think at times like this we have to look at the positives alongside the negatives. Yes, there's going to be distance apart, and I was just talking to my partner about that today, you know, how new grandparents aren't able to actually see or meet their first grandchild for the very first time, and that must be so destroying, you know. But to know that both are safe and that time will come, we can see the positive in the background. You know, I'm a total mummy's girl, and I miss that opportunity to just go around and see my mum, and I suppose we're all in the same boat here, you know. But if we can see the positives, that we're protecting our loved ones and as well as protecting ourselves, and that time will come moving forward, we hold on to the positives. So hello friends, I think we'll get ready to get started. I can see we've got some watchers here on Facebook and some on Instagram. So like I say, I am well now. I'm well now, but I didn't put it on my Facebook group or on Instagram that I wasn't very good last week, but I am feeling better today, okay? So that's why I've not been on live. I've had to use my energy, I've had to restore my energy, and just sometimes we just have to just focus on self, just for the time being. You know, it's as a light worker and coming on, when we do readings, we're draining our energy, and if our energy is already low and we're already unwell, we become we're putting ourselves out there and we're not healing, you know, we're draining what we've got. So very, very important. So yes, we're building up here. So bear with me, because I'm working through two different cameras here, and I've got my prayer and speech written down. Like I say, I'm a mum. I've been in lockdown with my son and daughter for a week now. I've got baby brain, so bear with me. So that's why I put it on paper, and that way I can get everything out in the order that it's meant to come out in. So first of all, I hope that all of you are staying home, staying safe, and for the people that are out there on the front line, the people that have to go out to work, I hope that your employees and yourself are following precautions to keep yourself safe. I must say the energies have been absolutely just upside down, flipped up. I have never felt energy like this in the past week. So dense, so low, but so unexplainable at the same time. Actually, it's quite confusing, and I just had to just, with not being well and then coming through the weekend, I had to just sit with this and go, where am I going with this? And there's a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, and that pulls our vibration down, and it got into me like a fish hook, I have to be honest, and I try my best to promote positivity, to stay positive, but because I was unwell and I was worrying about family members, it literally got me and it pulled me down very quickly, and it wasn't till Sunday morning that I actually realised, you know, what I was allowing. It was feeding off of me, the fear was feeding off of me, and I just thought, no, I'm not going to continue this. So I've really, you know, we have to think about our thoughts, we have to think about what we're allowing to come into us, to what are we thinking about, what are we feeling about this. And it is very hard to stay in control, but you must try your best and know that that is the best that you can do, okay? So let's go ahead with this, okay? So firstly, and like I say, I've written it down, but I'll do my best not to stare at my sheet and to connect with you guys. Firstly, I think it's so important to say a massive thank you to everybody out there on the front line. That would be nurses, doctors, delivery drivers, carers, cleaners, retail assistants. My partner, he works in waste care, and they're on the front line too. They have to go to work every day. They're dealing with the waste from NHS, etc., and from all the shops. So and I know that branches out even on a wider spectrum. So if you are on the front line, and to the people that are out there, I love you and appreciate you for what you're doing for myself, for everybody else, for my children. All right, so thank you so much for that. And friends and followers, all right, on Instagram and Facebook, thank you for joining me. Like I say, I haven't been live the last week, and a lot of people would have thought that's really weird. At a time like this, you would think Sarah would be on, but we've not have been feeling very well and having things going on. I just had to, the energies were all over the place. Trust me, I wouldn't have been any good to you. Very anxious, very nervous, but I've come in now, moving forward to a more calmer energy, less anxious and less fearful moving forward. And as light workers, you know, we have to learn to practice what we preach, but at the same time we are human, and when we're empathic and we're sitting around about all of this energy, a lot of it that clings to us doesn't belong to us, and it's it's been a weird week. I've been woke up a lot through the night. I've got a lot of messages, a lot of downloads. I've just had to wing it and go with it. Alright, so if it's happening to you too, I'm with you. You're not alone. Alright, so thank you for joining me this evening. I'm going to be doing a joint live prayer with you all. Okay, I think it's always important to reach out to our angels, to the archangels, to our guardian angels, and to the higher divine, of course. It's always important to do that, but more so important in times like this. Alright, because like I say, the energies are very low. Alright, and I've even noticed, you know, you go into your window and just the eerie silence, the stillness of outside, the odd person that walks by, you know, children's faces they're just so sad, they're so nervous, they're so unaware of what is going on in the world, and that is so scary. It is so scary. And like I say, I have a special needs son. I've also got a wee 3-year-old, and God love her, she doesn't even realise anything's going on, you know, she's just playing away. But my 9-year-old autistic son, he is very empathic, very connected, very sensitive, and he has got all the questions, and mummy doesn't have the answers, and I often find that quite hard, you know, not to deliver the answer that he's looking for, but I do try my best. And it is in times like right now, of the uncertainty that, you know, everybody in the world's upside down, but children with autism that need routine, they need structure, they need to know what's happening and why it's happening and what the outcome will be. We can't give them those answers, and I find that quite difficult, but I am just trying to embrace them with a hug. We're doing what we can with schoolwork, and when we're not coping, it's not important, because my son's mental health and allowing him to feel that calmness. If I am anxious, my child is anxious. And that invisible connection, that cord connection between me and my child as well, when he's anxious, I feel it. There's no escaping it. So just remember, mums, dads, carers, anybody out there, you know, just breathe, do your best. That's all you can do. Just do your best. So we're reaching out to the archangels and to the guardian angels, and we're asking them to surround us and protect us, to heal us during this uncertain and troubling times moving forward. I've always encouraged my followers throughout Facebook. I think this will be 3 years I've ran my group now. That's crazy. We're going into 3 years. That's really crazy, actually. And my first year on Instagram. And it's always been a passion of mine to keep people awoken to the fact that our angels support us, that they walk beside us, and that we are never alone. But like I say, it's so hard when your vibration is low, whether that's sadness, fear, whenever your energies are low, that you're already disconnected. You can't feel they're there, but they are there. You're never truly alone. Alright, so it's important that we reach out to them, especially in times of fear, sadness, loneliness and uncertainty. We've all got angels. Our angels were here with us before we came here, and they'll be there to take you home. And I know that because I've seen angels in my times. I know a lot of my Instagram followers don't know my past story, and I've not got time to share that tonight, but we're in lockdown, so we're going to have time at some point. Through a traumatic experience that happened to my son, I was in a 4-year fight with PTSD and with suicidal thoughts, battling that out. And that's when I started to truly see angels showing up in and around my house, wakening me when I could sleep. And they literally saved my life through a terrible experience that I was going through when I was contemplating things. And that's how they came apparent to me. They were showing up in my bedroom. My son started to see them. They would show up in the living room, and I was so disconnected from everybody else, but they were always there. And now moving forward, I know they were always there. It's just that I wasn't attuned to they were there. But they came forward at a time that I needed them, because if they didn't show up for me, I wouldn't be here. But you need to know that you have them with you too. Okay, so we've all got angels beside us. Okay, our angels have got faith in us, and they believe in us, and it's so important that we have faith in them and we believe in them too. Alright, now before I go forward and I talk about and we go into prayer here, we need to know that we all have guardian angels. Every single being on this earth has guardian angel, and a lot of people, and I remember in my darkest time of need, I was very angry with God, I was very angry with the angels, I was very angry with my loved ones for what happened to my son, because I used to think, well, if they were truly there, they wouldn't have allowed that to happen. But the truth was, they were there giving me the signs to pay attention. It was them that gave me the insight to go and buy a recording device so that I could listen into what was happening in his care when I wasn't there. They were making me feel things. They'd actually been telling me things for a long time, and Michael, Archangel Michael, was around about me constantly. And I'll share that throughout my story as we move forward. But I just want you to know that it is important, all right? So we have something called free will. When we're here, we have free will. So that means that your guardian angels can step in times of urgency. And you often can hear of stories where my guardian angel showed up and saved my life, or an angel showed up out of nowhere, saved my life and disappeared. All right, and it literally is in a car accident, the car was moved out of the way, or somebody just happened to be there and pushed the car away, or we have moments like that. But we have free will, and that means the ability to actually reach out and ask for help. Your angels just can't step in when they're not allowed to. There's specific things they can do and there's specific things they can't do. But free will is there, and that is your ability to reach out and ask for help. All right, so important. So important too, and the way that I like to describe this to you guys would be envisioning a door, all right, just any door, and envisioning that your angels will stand behind that door, all right, which is the only thing that separates you. You know, we've got veils to different dimensions. They just stand behind a door, all right? It's as simple as that, but they're close to you. They're just in a different dimension and realm. Now, if you were to envision or to send out thought, because thought is communication, all right, it's intention, and you say to them, I know you're there, okay, I have faith in you, I believe in you, and I welcome you to come forward and to help me, to protect me, to heal me, to protect my home moving forward. I welcome you to help me see the opportunities that lie ahead of me, all right, or to feel you more strongly. You're literally showing them that you're trusting in them, that you know they're there, that you believe in them. Often a lot of human beings can move forward in life not communicating with their angels at all. All right, and it comes in times like this, or when something bad happens and we shout at them and we get angry at them, but they're standing there going, but you never asked for help. And it's so important that we do. And it was only through what I went through that I realised that. It really was. So as we move forward, okay, as a light worker, I feel the need to come live and connect with you all and to ask you to join me in prayer. Now, this does not mean you have to close your eyes. It does not mean you need to sit in a meditative state. It does not mean you have to clasp your hands together. But what it does mean is that whatever you send out in thought and intention, you need to understand that's how we're all connected. All right, it's what you think, it's what you're sending out, all right, and what your intentions are. So together we can start a ripple, a prayer of love, light, comfort, peace and healing and protection, not only to ourselves, but to our family members and to our communities. All right, you can do that, and that's the difference that you can make. There's light workers all over the world. All right, who are awoken, who are working with you to connect you, to help you to connect and open up your light so you can shine like a lighthouse in the dark as well. All right, if we can do it, you can do it. All right, so you have to be able to trust in your ability to make a difference. All right, to make a difference. Now, not only as light workers, but as human beings, okay, we are able to spread the light and be the lighthouse in our own and in other people's times of darkness. All right, so friends, I ask you to join me, okay, tag your friends, click the share button if you would like, and let's spread some love and light this evening. So we're first going to call upon Archangel Michael. Okay, we call upon you to ask you to protect all beings from fear and anxiety, and of course from the infectious virus. All right, I'm not going to say the name because I've heard that a lot of videos are getting deleted when they mention it, so we're not going to say that. Okay, Michael, we ask you to send us a wave of protection and strength that may shield as many beings as possible, including myself, family, friends, communities worldwide. And when I'm saying these are your thoughts, your intentions that you're sending out. Okay. Michael, surround us. Surround those who are most vulnerable, alone and afraid at this time. Wrap your blue wings of love, light, strength and protection around them so they do not feel alone. We're then going to move on to Archangel Raphael, who is the Archangel of Healing. Okay, Archangel Raphael, we call upon you this evening to please surround us and bless us and all who need healing at this time. Wrap them in your emerald green wings of healing, love and light at this time. Touch them with the highest vibrations of healing. Let this healing of love and light ripple its way through the people who need help, the people who are affected, and the people who are struggling with this virus. Help them to heal and come back to full health. Raphael, we also ask you to touch the hearts of those who have already lost their loved ones, their family and their friends. Give their hearts comfort and healing, and surround them with God's love and light at this difficult time. We move forward to reaching out to Archangel Gabriel, who is the Archangel of communication. Archangel Gabriel, we call upon you to help and encourage the people in need of help and support, to give them the ability to reach out and to be heard. Help people to be compassionate towards others at this time, and encourage people to pray not only for themselves but for others too. Gabriel, we also ask you to deliver our messages, our thoughts and our prayers directly to Source. That is, of course, love, and we ask you to do this to help us only to also receive messages via the press and the media in truth and in light. Archangel Uriel, we pray to you, the Archangel of Peace, and clarity. We pray to you to help us to bring peace to the world in this time of fear and anxiety. Uriel, please touch the people with your divine, peaceful and calming energy. Please wrap your beautiful amber wings around the elderly and the most vulnerable at this time. We also ask you to help those who are struggling with fear, panic and anxiety. Friends, let us not forget our dear friends, the ones who stand close to our hearts, our guardian angels. Now, as I mentioned before, your guardian angels have been with you since you arrived here, and they will be there to take you home. Guardian angels, we ask you to stand closer to us now than you ever have before. Please wrap your golden wings of love and light around us all, and of those who are struggling. Help us to raise and maintain a higher vibration. Please help us to believe in our ability to overcome and to make it through this difficult time. We also ask our guardian angels to please do all of this in the power of love and light, to help us, to reassure us that you stand with us stronger now than you ever have before. Help us not to feel alone. Let this prayer of love, light and comfort have an abundant effect upon all who are listening. This is a time when all of humanity must have faith and hope in the love that exists within. We pray together and reach out to Source with love and to request protection, healing, comfort and peace to all. And we ask all of this in love and in light. Amen. And to each and every one of you, know that you're loved, you're capable, you're worthy and deserving of reaching out to your angels and asking them to assist you. You should never, ever, ever feel that you are not worthy of asking for love, light and assistance from your angels. They were assigned to you at birth. They will be with you when you go home. Please do not leave them standing around with no job to do. They are divine. They know nothing but love and light. So what you should do is reach within. If you managed, and all empaths will feel this, as I was working, my voice was going. The emotions are high at this time, and I've found it really difficult not to burst out crying this week. I've actually probably burst out crying about 8 times. And I say in the week, but it's probably in the last 4 days. The energies are so high, and it's grief, it's fear, it's anxiety, it's uncertainty. And right now, every single light worker is being called to take action, to spread your love, to spread your light, to set the intention of reaching out to your angels, to the divine that surrounds us and connects us. We are not apart from nature, we are nature. And I'm quite sure, because we're all over media at the moment, that you've probably seen that the canals in Venice are running clear. There are dolphins swimming in the canals. There is fresh new fish. There's little pigs and hoglets running down the street. The deer are coming out of the woods and they're walking along the roads. The earth's coming back to life. The pollution has been clear. The skies are blue. So let's also take this time to reminisce as human beings what we are doing to the world and what choices we make and how that impacts the world moving forward. Our generation has never, ever experienced something like this before. And moving forward, you know, we have a lot of children who are awoken little light workers to climate change and to the changes in the world moving forward. Look at what is happening when human beings are being removed and isolated in their homes. The world's coming back to life. Now, I stepped outside to put my bin bags in the bin the other day, and I turned around and all my daffodils at the front door are bursting of a vibrant yellow. They're beautiful. I don't actually ever think they've looked so beautiful. And I was so thankful. And yesterday my son went out and he whispered to his dad, you know, without mummy here, and can I get one of mummy's flowers for mummy? And he come running in with this beautiful bright daffodil, and he said, smell it, mum, it's beautiful. And do you know, it's these moments that we take for granted. The daffodils have always been there in the spring. The trees have always been green. But there's a difference to when you take away what's polluting the world. You know, the streets are quiet. I live in a place, we're surrounded with woodland out the back, but there's a lot of people that leave the pubs and the clubs, and they're very noisy and they're very rowdy, and I've nothing against that, okay, but we get it from, say, Thursday to Sunday night. There's been none of that. Nothing. Nothing's woke my son when he's finally been able to shut down. There's been peace and quiet. The birds have been chirping. But there's been quiet. We need this time to reconnect with ourselves. To not just reconnect with self, but to reconnect with nature. To go deep within. How often in your life have you prayed you didn't want to go to work today? You would love to stay at home in your pyjamas. You would love to just stay at home with the kids. Some mums are sitting there going, oh, I did, but after a week my head's bursting. But could you imagine being apart from them any other time than now? You want your children close to you, you want to cuddle them, you want to talk to them, you want to share stories, you want to draw pictures, you want to phone your loved ones. Right now, there's a major shift in compassion worldwide. Worldwide. So although there's a lot of lower vibration going on, please look at what's going on as a positive effect. People are reconnecting. People are reaching out. People are running about looking after their neighbours and their loved ones. People are running doing shopping rounds for people they've never met. People are posting rainbows all over their windows just to make someone else smile. People are praying not only for themselves but for others. We are feeling the grief from Italy to Spain to New York to Iraq to wherever you are, Australia, anywhere in the world. We're feeling this, every light worker, and I must tell you, we all are. It's been the heaviest I think I've ever felt, and I literally didn't know what to do. I couldn't run away from what I was feeling. And it was worse than anything I've ever felt, I think, even in my dark. I mean, it's been so dense, so low, and I couldn't escape it. And the more awoken you are, there's no shutting down your feelings. Alright, there's no trying to just disconnect from it. It's there, it's within you. It's been heavy. So in those times, be compassionate to yourself too. Alright, remember, it's going to get stressful. 3 months lockdown, depending on what, we don't know what's going to come of this. It might be longer. Enjoy the experience of just being allowed to just be quiet, to connect with self, go out into nature, sit in the garden if you can. Alright, and if you do have to go out, take the precautions necessary to protect yourself. Alright, I think that, you know, in these times, and like I say, we have to practice what we preach as light workers. We're humans too. You know, we're humans too, and life is stressful. And being a special needs mum, and I've also got a 3-year-old, I'm in lockdown 24/7 with 2 kids. Mum. It's like Stewie Griffin. You know, but I have to smile and I have to giggle because I'm so grateful to have my children with me. So in those times as parents when we're getting stressed out that our kids are running around wrecking the house, swinging for the lampshades or wanting to hug us 150 times or kiss our cheeks or 150 times and we're getting tired, we have to say, I'm grateful for this opportunity to connect and be here with you. It's as if the world's bonding again. It's as if we're bonding again. So please tonight, right now, tomorrow, whenever you get an opportunity, alright, send out thoughts of love, light and healing. Speak to your angels. You may be connected with your angels right now. I've got a lot of light workers on Instagram and on Facebook that are light workers too. So you're already connecting with those energies. But if you're not, now is the time to be doing that. Because there's always going to be light workers, right? But if you connect your love and your light in with the light workers together, we get a ripple effect. Together we make a difference. These negative energies are they're pulling everybody down. Like I say, it's soul destroying right now, and we can't disconnect from what's going on. We can't. We can hear it, we can see it, we can feel it. But we can sit with it, and we can sit together. Together we connect. Together. And this is another thing, you know, we often talk about social media and the internet, and our kids have never got their phone out of their face. But in times like this is our way of connecting with one another, and we have to be grateful for that. Be grateful for our times to be able to communicate with our loved ones. I've also sat and thought a lot the last couple of days about things that I've found it hard to forgive, and when people choose to do us wrong, or people that have chosen to hurt us and we've found it hard to let that go in the past. If that person was to be gone tomorrow, would it have mattered? Would it have mattered what they did or what they said? All those bitter feelings that you've held on to for years. Your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, we fall out for silly bloody things. Life is short. Reconnect with them, send them a text message, ask them if they're okay. It's so important that we just say, hello, how are you feeling? You know, we smile at a passerby. We open the window and we shout, good morning, when somebody's walking down the street, because we don't know what they're thinking or feeling. I was out the other week, and I was doing a shop with my trolley in Aldi, and I mean, like I say, the energies were all over the place. But I found myself, I'd done my shopping, I was in and out in like 10 minutes, and what I realised is, as I was picking things up and putting it on the conveyor belt, I actually realised that I was more peaceful than I'd ever been in like 4 or 5 days. Because I was focusing more on what I was doing and not what was going on around about me, because I had to shut my ears to everybody's conversations because everybody was talking about the virus and everybody was just, God bless them, walking around lost in circles, feeling sad. You could feel their tears. I cried that night in the car on the way home. This is a time to come together. We're not alone in this. We're all scared. We're all fearful. But we're all together. We're not apart. You do have angels, you do have guides, you have loved ones, you have more ancestors than you could imagine that stand behind you, that are telling you it's going to be okay. So please, use this time wisely. It may be 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, we don't know. But don't wake up tomorrow taking tomorrow for granted. Put your feet on the floor and say thank you that you have a bed to sleep in, that you can stand up, that you have a new day to draw the curtains back, to breathe in the fresh air, even if it is just from your windowsill to your garden. Say thank you. Because thousands of people across the world are dying every day right now. Thousands of them. I heard on, and I know this is spreading wide out here, but I want to say this. There was a lady that shared a video, bless her, about her dad who had just passed away yesterday. However, he was taken into hospital 5 days ago. She wasn't allowed to say goodbye. She wasn't allowed to sit beside him. He died alone. Never be using these hours that you have to be ungrateful. Please be grateful for your opportunities to have fresh water, to open the windows, to listen to the birds sing. Use this time to go within and heal. So when we open our doors, And we get back in our cars and we reconnect with our neighbours and we go for coffee rounds and we go shopping again. We're grateful for every single smile on every person that walks beside us, because we know each and every person felt the same thing. Nobody knows in certainty who will survive this. Nobody knows. We're told that the vulnerable must be secluded, but across the world we're told everybody, for the young to the old, are affected, even people that don't have conditions. So stay safe, stay in your home, only go out whenever you have to, alright? And when you do have to go out, okay, take precautions, look after yourself, social distancing, wear gloves if you can, cover your mouth if you can, okay? Stay away from your family as best you can as well. And I know that's one of the hardest things. Like I say, I've teared up, I've cried my heart out this week. And as you can hear, I'm emotional right now. The energies are so high worldwide that we're connected not only with our own fear, but worldwide grief and anxiety of what's yet to come. Alright, I just feel that although there's so much destruction and fear going on in the world right now, there is positives coming in, and I'm not the only light worker to feel and have said this, alright, that moving forward, once we overcome this, I think the compassion in the worldwide will be completely different. We'll smile more. We'll say hello to our neighbours that we've hated for the last 3 years, and we'll smile because we're outside and we got through this. We'll realise that the family members that done our head in, the ones that stabbed us in the back, the ones that done silly things that we held anger for so long, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You'll connect with your children, even when they nip your head for the next 3 months. Mum, dad, granny, whatever it is, we'll smile and we'll say, it's worth this, alright? But don't be afraid to go into isolation as well in your house. And when I say that is, go into another room, tell your partner, and please don't nip your partner's head, alright? I know it's so stressful. I know that in times like this, your nerves are rattling, and so the slightest thing's going to make you nip at them, or they're going to nip at you. Try to breathe through this. We're all feeling stressed, we're all worried, we all don't know what lies ahead. But I will say this, and I have been connecting in with Spirit as best I can this week to just try to relieve my own fears, because like I say, even as a light worker, I'm still human. My gut's been up here somewhere. I've felt like a car has been parked on my chest. I don't know if any of you are feeling similar symptoms. And that has been pure panic, pure fear, pure anxiety. But it's okay, because we know we've got a roof over our head, we've got clean running water. We can draw back the curtains tomorrow, we can open the window to refresh the air, we can listen to the birds sing, we can look at the new beautiful daffodils that are growing outside of our windows. And we can be thankful. We might not be able to be outside in spring, but spring's happening all around about us. You're still a part of that. My son's birthday is the beginning of April, and I know I've seen a lot of posts today where somebody had posted about their child's 6th birthday, and people saying, what does that matter? People are dying. You know, birthdays will always be there. And I just kind of sat with it a little bit. Because all my little boy, and Andrew has additional needs for people that don't know, he's autistic, he's got ADHD, he has tics and Tourette's, and he's in developmental stage of a 5-year-old. All he has spoken about is his birthday. And of course, this virus. So what's keeping him up in the positives is his birthday's coming. And what's pulling him down and giving him nightmares and panic and anxiety is this virus. So it's been hard as a mother, because I'm kind of juggling. I'm trying to keep him up here but bring him down and say your birthday's not yet but it's coming, to when he's feeling low and feeling scared and worrying about his granny and worrying about his mum and his sisters, that I can bring him back up here and do my best to try to keep him in balance. And me being a Libra, that's one of the things that I should be able to do best, is retain balance. It's very, very hard, alright? So wherever you are and whoever you are, you might not be a mother, you might be a partner, you might be a carer, do your best to just focus on yourself, stay as balanced as you can, breathe, Alright, it works. Trust me, I felt like a car was parked on my chest, and this has been coming and going all week, and I have actually been panting for breath. And this isn't like me, alright, but I feel so much weight on top of me. I was speaking to my mum the other day and she agreed. It's like you're giving a heavy person a piggyback and they're pulling at you, and that is what it feels like. And that's why I've not came live. I've had to work with the energy, shift the energy, and it's coming and going in waves, and it's going to continue. So we need to just do our best with what we've got. Alright, your heart's still beating. You can still walk. You'll still wake up tomorrow. You can still open your curtains, listen to the birds sing. Don't sit and watch the news all day, every day. Please don't. The news spreads a lot of truth, but it also spreads a lot of gloom and darkness as well. Set some times. 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, 9 in the morning, 9 at night, so you do 2 news check-ins, because I can guarantee you that if you stay glued to the telly like this, your vibration will drop away down here. Don't do that. When your vibration's low, your immune system's low. You want to keep yourself in higher vibration so your immune system's up here, laughing, giggling, watching some comedy, dancing in the living room with your children. I don't know, what makes you laugh? Watching your sister's TikTok videos that she randomly sends you throughout the day. Anything that has the ability to make you giggle. And I also know that far spread across the world are people who just can't do that because they have in fact lost a loved one or more than one family member to this. And I also know that there's people out there who have tested positive for coronavirus as well. I just said the sea. I didn't want to see the sea. And to those people, I send them love, and I send them light, and I send them healing. Please do your best. Do your best and know that that is the best thing that you can do. There's many meditations, alright. I want you also to go onto YouTube, okay. You can research uplifting angelic frequencies. So it will be music, you'll have Reiki music, anything that will lift the vibration up. Okay, sit with that. Light a candle. Take 5 minutes to speak to your loved ones, speak to your angels and your guides, check in with them. Check in with yourself, phone a loved one. But please, don't surround your coming days with just this virus. Do your best, alright, to just focus on right now, how you're feeling right now, alright. And if your mind runs away with itself, or it takes you back to the past, alright, just come back to the present. Focus on right now, use your breath. Use your breath. I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to send you all love, and I'm going to send you all light. Now I'm going to do my very best to be here with you all through this, to do as many lives as I can, alright? Because when I work, I try to shift people's way of thinking. I try to uplift them and move them on a soul level. So I'm going to do my very, very best to come on and do as many. Nico found a feather, that's beautiful, and a pink one, that is awesome, that's awesome. To do your very best to focus on self, to promote as much calmness in your house as possible. And I know it's easier said than done. But if you're not willing to take the baby steps to make that happen, you're just going to run around, trust me, in circles. Your stomach's got to be doing somersaults. You're going to be scared to leave your house. You're going to be scared to open the windows to let fresh air in. Please don't live in fear. Don't live in fear. I want to send you all love, and I want to send you all light. Like I've said, I'll try and balance out my lives between Instagram and Facebook. So I would say, if you're not already on my group on Facebook and you have a Facebook, go and join me on there, so when I'm live you don't miss that. And if you're on Facebook and don't have an Instagram account, go and make one. It takes a couple of minutes, and that way you can join me on every live that I do. So what I'll do is I'll shut down my Instagram first, because I've got 2 running, and if you're wondering, if you've just joined me while she's talking to the wall over there, I've got Instagram running here and Facebook streaming here. Alright, so all my Instagram friends and followers, I'm going to send you all lots of love and lots of light. Take care of yourself, stay home, use this time to connect with you. Reach down into yourself, alright, meditate, play some uplifting music. Let the wind blow in your face in the back garden. Listen to the birds sing. Close your eyes. Ground yourself in the back garden. Reconnect. Use this time as a gift to yourself. Like I say, how many of us have ran about for years saying, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. I wish I could spend the whole day in my pyjamas. I wish I could just spend more time with my children. Now is your time to do that. Right now. Phone your loved ones. Phone your family. If you fell out with a family member, phone them. Say hello. It's been a long time. I just want to know you're okay. Because God forbid anything happened to them, how would you feel? Never be left with the burden of not being able to say goodbye. Giggle with them. Use this time to make silly videos, social chat, catch up with each other, write a journal of this experience. Because years to come, you can pass that to your children, to your grandchildren, and they can read about that time when their mum, their dad, their auntie, their uncle, their granny, their brother, their sister went through this experience and what it's taught us on a collective level. Because if there's something that I've learned as a light worker, it's that it's been a time to open your heart. Because you're not only just thinking and fearing for yourself and praying for yourself, you're doing that for others. It's a pure ripple and act of compassion across the world, and it's the way it should be. We're being taught something here. We're being taught something. So please, please don't feed into the fear and the nervousness and the anxiety. Follow the protocols. Listen to what we're being told to do and you will be okay. Stay indoors. Protect yourself. And do whatever you can to keep your vibration up here. And when you feel it dipping and you go, oh my God, I can feel it, you say, no, what can I do to change this? I'm going to breathe. I'm going to just breathe through this. It will pass out. It will be okay. Because it will. I'm also working on some other things at the moment that I'm going to be periodically sharing with you all, either as lives or as videos, but will probably come together like this because I think it's quite a nice setting to connect with Instagram and Facebook at the same time. Self-care, mindfulness, etc. Things we can do to help ourselves just move through this experience as calm as we can. So Instagram, I'm going to switch off to you first, my beautiful friends. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light. Please know that I am here. I am thinking about you all. Please think about you. Be compassionate towards yourself. Alright, reach out to your angels tonight. That goes for all of you. You should be doing it every day. Check in with your angels every day. They don't sleep. They don't sleep. Alright, they stand beside you. They sit in your chair. They protect you. They watch over you. They don't sleep. Talk to them when you're lying, worrying in your bed. Use that time to talk to them. And you don't have to move your lips. Your thoughts are your way of communicating too. Remember that. Write them a letter. Draw them a picture. Instagram, I will see you all very soon, my darlings. Love, light and blessings, and take care of yourself. Bear with me, guys. So, just as I said there, and I'm not going to stay on, my energies have been up here somewhere, and like I say, my gut has been in my stomach. I've found that my need to eat meals has been, I've been forgetting to actually, and me being vegan, it's important that I eat. I don't want to get dizzy or anything. Let me just change this phone, guys, in case it runs out of battery. Bear with me for 2 minutes. You'll be staring at the ceiling for a minute. You know, because in times of being anxious and worried, we forget to eat, we forget to look after ourselves, and especially if you're a parent running after your children, you know, you're caring for somebody else, you forget to look after yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please look after yourself. The famous quote is, you can't pour from an empty cup. Keep your energy up. Keep your vibration up. What use to you are you to yourself and to your others in your household if your energy is low and depleted. When your immune system, when your vibration's down, your immune system's down. See, I'm getting all tangled now. But I'm going to go and eat. I'm going to go and top up on my water because I've not drunk enough water today as well. I'm working on a course at the moment, so I'm kind of using this time to channel in with the energies and to use that and express. And that's another thing, if you're creative, get in touch of a way of getting that out. Draw what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Write about what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Put something together that will help people in this time. Use your creative abilities and talents. We all have them. And the people that are sitting there going, no, no, me, yes, you do. You're just as capable, worthy, deserving and loved as everybody else. Use this time to go within and to look at yourself and go, who am I? See, everything that you worried about before now, before this happened, isn't going to matter after this. There's major change happening all over the world, and I truly believe when we come out with the other side of this, we're going to be different people. So use this experience to make you a better person. Open your heart. Use this time to heal. Use this time to meditate. Use this time to reconnect with nature. Use this time to reach out and connect with your angels. Use this time to reach out and connect to spirit. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to send you lots of love and lots of light. Take care of yourself, and God bless. And stay at home. Stay at home.